Trini Sutter didn't fear much, but she wasn't fond of heights. Still, she stood on her aluminum ladder's top step amid her beloved peach tree's green leafy foliage. Focused on her balance, she held her breath as she extended her clippers to the broken branch. Last night's windstorm had wreaked havoc on her orchard. Finally, the pruners gripped the limb. Taking great care not to fall, she steadied herself and squeezed the wooden handles together. The moment the sharp blades bit into the wood, a noise startled her from behind. As the limb dropped from the bushy tree, Trini lost her footing, dropped the clippers, and fell. Branches scraped her face and hands as she plummeted through the foliage. With a quick automatic reflex, she put her hands in front of her to protect her face as she hit the hard, dry ground. The forceful impact claimed her breath, and when it returned, she released a shaky scream. Excruciating pain bit her left wrist. The pruners had landed with the tips spread in a V, pointed down in the earth. At the sound of a low voice, she recalled the soft footsteps that had stolen her attention just long enough to cause her to lose her balance. A set of strong arms reached down and lifted her to a sitting position as her heart pounded from the shock of the fall. She looked up to see a somewhat familiar-looking man with an expression of urgency. His gentle touch put her at ease. You startled me." "I'm really sorry, but here, let's make sure you're okay. Can you stand?" His soothing voice expressed concern. Before she could reply, he went on. "I didn't mean to surprise you. Again, I apologize for causing your fall. I'll make sure you're all right." As she caught her breath, his voice softened. "You're bleeding, Trinity." Quickly, he pulled a handkerchief from his pocket and dabbed her bottom lip. "I'm sorry." She winced at the fierce throbbing in her wrist. She'd have to stand without the help of her left arm. "Who is this man? Do I know him? And why on earth is he in my backyard?" She gratefully accepted his assistance to avoid putting weight on her left hand as she rose from the ground. When she looked up at those familiar blue eyes, she almost touched noses with the blonde-haired man who'd bent to help her. Thick brows narrowed in great concern, and his compassionate voice again conveyed deep regret for having made her fall. His sleeves were rolled up to his elbows, and black suspenders accented his navy shirt. "How's that lip?" She glanced at the blood on the handkerchief and nodded. "I'll be fine." Trini was fully aware that independence highlighted her DNA. Except for her dad, when he'd been alive, she had never depended on a man for anything, and she didn't plan to start now. Because of that, she wasn't fond of the vulnerable position she'd put herself in, or rather, that they'd both landed her in. After all, his footsteps had been the distraction that had caused her accident. "Trinity, let's get you to your house to ice that arm." She held her left palm up. His face was close to hers, and she could smell his woodsy scent. Again, she took in his familiar eyes, which seemed to penetrate right through her. "You don't remember me, do you?" Before she could respond, he said, "Jacob Lantz. I came over to let you know we're neighbors now. Aunt Margaret left her farm to me and my brothers." The moment she recognized that name, Trini forgot about her pain and everything she'd set out to accomplish that morning. Sweet memories of this man prompted the corners of her lips to curve into a gentle smile. "Jacob, of course." She lowered the pitch of her voice to a more sympathetic, apologetic tone. "My condolences. You must know how everyone loved her, me included." "Dengue." She continued to study him. "I knew I'd seen you before." After a thoughtful pause, she went on.